If there's an item in RuneScape that is completely useless yet obtainable, there will always be someone out there that is looking to collect it. But what if there was an Iron Man whose only goal was to do exactly that, building the most ridiculous bank ever? This is the story of Bob's Cure. Now last time, Bob got a bit lost in the sauce, wasting 10 hours on a quest for no good reason. So this time around, things will be a little bit different. No more random quest items to waste time on, and Bob's lost his interest in random books as well. His focus is entirely on getting 1000 each of a set list of items, and that's what we'll be going for today. At the end of the video, he'll also be stocking up on frog burgers based on the likes and subscribers on episode 1, which he'll continue to do so for each video. So once again, make sure to like and subscribe in order for Bob to reach his long-term goal of 100,000 frog burgers. Okay, first things first, as someone pointed out in the comments on the first episode, I can actually note my cat training medals, because apparently they're also tradable, which I totally did not realize, but I'm gonna assume that if I note them and I go back to Gertrude, I can actually get more and work my way up to 1000 that way. So if I keep noting them and then just doing one inventory again, I think I should be able to get the 1000 very easily. So let's start working on that, because that's gonna be much nicer and you can put them in the main tab that way. Shout out once again to the people that commented that the cat training medal is actually notable, and that way I could stack more than the 100 I had. So now we are all the way up to 1000 cat training medals, and we have officially completed the collection. Now here's the funny part, because they're tradable, they also have a value, and look at this. This thing is worth 1.2k for some reason. That's what it's priced at. It doesn't trade on the GE, so the only way you can trade these is through the trade window with other players, but that is 1.2 mil value there for whatever reason. Pretty cool, I guess. Let's put it all in the bank, and there's 1000 cat training medals completed. Now I'm gonna clean up the bank real quick. I think I'm gonna put these Dorgesh Khan food in the work in progress tab, like some people suggested, and just keep this tab for the 1000. It just looks a lot cleaner, doesn't it? Now I also want to get rid of some items, as we're gonna stray away from trying to collect all the quest items. I think I'm gonna get rid of the ones in this work in progress tab, like the diaries and all the other Galerial stuff. Maybe the keys as well. One thing I do still want to collect later, I think, is the Khazard armor, because we've completed the quest and I think it's unique and cool enough to also get 1000 of those. I think that's how I'm gonna deal with quests from now on. I'm not gonna do anything special during the quest, but if there's a cool item related to the quest that I can collect afterwards, I might as well go for it. There we go. That is those items taken care of, and now this is the work in progress tab. I guess we still have this tab. I'm not sure what I should do with all these items that I already have. What do you guys think? Should I keep them or should I just get rid of them for good measure? I would definitely keep all the golden items because they're unique, but I don't know about all these. Just let me know what you think. Now, another idea I found interesting was stacking training arrows, but unfortunately I found out that they only have a destroy option. So the only way to stack these is if I were to equip them, fire all the arrows, and then once I run out of arrows, claim new ones, and then pick up the ones I just fired. So they're kinda hard kept at however many you can shoot before they all despawn. And I don't really like that, so I don't think I'm gonna bother stacking them. Maybe I'll keep the bow for good measure. But yeah, we're not gonna stack the training arrows. Was a nice idea, I would have liked to do it, but unfortunately we can't go for a big stack of arrows. For the next few items, we're gonna stay in Varrock. There's about 5 different items I think I'm gonna collect here. Some are more obscure than others, because I didn't even know about one of them. The first one we're getting is from the Apothecary. Apothecary? Is that how you pronounce it? I think it is. An item most people probably know, but there's this normal potion that has no real use, which most people know is a drop from imps, but you can also get it from the Apothecary right here. Can you make potions for me? Wait, no. So you ask, talk about something else. Have you got any good potions to give away? Okay, then try this potion. And then he gives you a normal potion, but there's a 50% chance that you get it or you don't, basically. Like, this is the actual 50-50 in the game that most people always talk about, I guess. Only that spot cream. Hope you enjoy it. So it looks like you have to drop trick it as well. Let's try, see if we get the other reply where he doesn't give you anything. So far, we've been hitting the 50-50 every single time. Wait, did they change this? Is this no longer 50-50? Oh, there it is. Charity is not my strong point. So sometimes he doesn't give it, sometimes he does. Let's try and get 1000 of these. I can already tell this is gonna be a frustrating one to collect, because every time you don't get one, it feels so bad, man. At least the dialogue is pretty straightforward. 2, 3, space... drop space 2 3 space, and then if he says he doesn't want to give it, you can just space 2 3 space again for another chance. So I guess that's all right. But I'm feeling like it's more than 50% that he doesn't give it, but maybe that's because I focus on that more. Also, as you can tell, in case you were always wondering what this random potion really is, looks like it's spot cream. You know, we know now, thanks to the apothecary. This potion contains some spot cream. Did you know? You can use the spot cream on the civilians of Sophonem, who are covered in spots, which results in various amusing conversations. One of the most frustrating parts of this grind is that you have the 50-50 chance to fail, to not get a potion during the dialogue, and if you fail enough, the first potions start to disappear under your feet as soon as you start filling your inventory. It's so frustrating. Probably one of the most annoying items I've collected so far. Just not having the 100% success rate at getting the item and making it so like inconsistent where you don't do the same thing over and over every time. It just throws me off so much. I'm not sure if I'm enjoying this, but we'll get 1,000 nonetheless. It'll just take a bit longer than others. Did the random event to see if I could try and smuggle out a raw pheasant, but I guess you're not allowed to kill more than one, and if you kill one, drop the raw pheasant, it just disappears, so I guess we don't do that. But we get a cool hat, so that's nice. Evil Bob is inviting me over for a fishing trip. Now, as you all probably know, there's a special fish you fish here, which is already cooked, and then you uncook it on these pots. I don't think you can smuggle it out of the event though, but if someone knows a method to do it, let me know, because I feel like that would be cool to be able to bang those items as well. So I fished one over there, dropped it, then got a new location, fished one over there. What if we uncook this one, and then pick up this one? Use this one on Bob to escape? I feel like this one just disappears probably, right? Yeah, they just disappear. Even the fishing net disappears. Oh well, unfortunate. But hey, that is 7 fishing. Let's go. We can now fish guppies. What the hell are guppies? Oh, it's in Camdozal, I see. Speaking of guppies, my plan for the next episode of Bob is to have it focused on obscure fish and fishing related content. I already have a list in mind of things to go for, but as always, feel free to comment ideas you might have in case I might have missed out on some things on my list. Also, let me know, if I go for obscure fish, do you think I should get 1000 raw and 1000 cooked versions of it? And there we go, the gruesome road to 1000 potions is over. That was probably the worst grind so far on this account, not counting the time I spent 10 hours doing Plague City for no reason, but, you know, just collecting these items right here. Pretty happy being done with that. We can move on to the next item on my list, which I will also be obtaining at a spot that we can see right now, actually. Right here, the Spooky Cauldron. Let's go check it out. So this one is actually not as obscure as the potion was, I would say, because these are simply the items that were part of the last Halloween event. But personally, I didn't even know you could still obtain these. But there's this cauldron right next to Zaf's shop where you can get something smelly, something squishy, something coarse, something spooky, and something sweet. Although actually when you do something sweet, it just makes you eat something. So we can get 4 different items here that you can also get very quickly. And then you can also combine all of these items into one terrifying charm. Now this terrifying charm actually doesn't stack. So we're not going to collect 1000 of these. We're just going to get one of these and put that together with the golden items in the one off tab. But we're gonna get 1000 of all of the other 4, because they're also really quick to get, as you can just hold down one button and spam click the cauldron. Other than the 4th item where you have to do 4-1 to get the item, but that's still pretty quick as well. So the next mission has been started. We're gonna get 1000 of each of these 4 while keeping one terrifying charm as well. So let's start with the first item, the smelly sock, which you can also sniff for whatever reason. Considering we can get one every single game tick, I think it's probably going to take less than half an hour to get 1000 of these, so getting all the items done will not take as much time as the potion. I'm pretty sure I spent like almost 3 hours on getting the 1000 potions, so this is going to be a nice relief after that struggle. And for good measure, that'll be the last 13 smelly socks. That didn't take any time at all. like I said, less than half an hour to get 1,000 of those, and it's super chill as well. That's 1,000 socks. Let's move on to the next one. I'm not sure if it's the wool or the banana that we get if we press 2 on the cauldron, but let's find out. I've also changed my view so I can look top down and I can see the bank booth and the cauldron on the same window, and I can just walk between the two, which is quite nice. So let's get something squishy now, which is going to be the bruised banana, which you can also eat, apparently. It's slimy and not at all delicious, as you might expect. I'm not sure if it heals any health, but time to collect 1,000 of those. Went AFK for a second and I kind of forgot how many more bananas I needed to finish 1,000. I think this is the right amount. Will it be? It is correct. Okay, cool. 1,000 bruised bananas obtained. Let's get some old wool to go along with the others. We're zooming. There's maintenance coming up though. 29 minutes. Can I finish this one before the timer ends? Let's find out. And looks like we made it with 4 minutes to spare on the update. We've got 1,000 balls of old wool, and now it's just the spooky egg left, which I guess we'll do after the update. This one is going to take a little bit longer, because like I showed earlier, it has 2 chat options to get it. But if you guys aren't aware, if there's something like this where you have to go through different options, like 4 and then 1, you can actually press them like right back to back, so 4-1 straight away, and you will skip the second window of dialogue, I guess you could call it. You can do this for things like Slayer Ring as well, where if you want to teleport somewhere, you can just press 1-2 instantly instead of pressing 1 and then waiting for the options to appear. It's something I use a lot as well on my other account, so if you weren't aware that that was a thing, feel free to use that, you know? Looks like I can actually one-tick this as well if I do everything in one tick. 4-1 click, 4-1 click, 4-1 click, 4-1 click, 4-1 click, 4-1 click. You get the gist of it. And that is us done with the spooky cauldron. Of course, you can see that it's also currently the Easter event, but I don't think I should mess with the event as long as it's still running, because who knows what happens with the items afterwards. Maybe if it ever ends up being a permanent feature, just like the cauldron right there, maybe I'll collect some of the items as well, but for now, we're just not gonna pay any attention to it. But there's the 1,000 spooky eggs right next to the damp eggs. They are a little egg collection now, looking beautiful. And we can move on to the next item that we are also gonna find in Varrock, and it's actually a pretty cool item, because I had never heard of it until someone pointed it out in the comments last time. So here we are in the Varrock Museum, and you can see that the map on the wall has a right-click option, take. You can actually just get a museum map item that you can look at, and it has like all the different items that you can find, all the different displays. You can go through the different levels as well, which is pretty cool. I never knew that this was a thing. I've never seen this before. I'm not sure how the mechanic works. Okay, looks like we can just take multiple ones without any issue, so looks like this is gonna be a pretty easy one to collect as well. 1,000 museum maps coming right up, baby. Let's go. I wonder, can I switch the left click to take? Oh my god, that makes it so much easier. RuneLite is broken, man. I swear, menu entry swapper is like one of the most broken plugins in the entire client. So alternatively to this map on the ground floor, there's also some other maps on the other floors, but they all give the same item. But you can basically get it from all the different maps that you can find throughout the museum. You can also get it from the information booth right here, where you can also check your kudos. If you look at information booth, it also gives you the option to take a map of the museum. But again, it's all the same thing. So the easiest way for me to collect this is just spam clicking this one. And that is me done with the Varrock Museum maps. Those are the last 24,000 as well. Probably one of my favorite items to collect. All the items where I can just spam click and they fill up my inventory one tick at a time. You know, those are so nice to collect. I can just spam click while playing another account. Don't have to do anything special. Just like with the brooches. Very nice to collect. Big fan of the museum map. We can move on to the next thing. For the next item on my list, we are not going too far away from our current location once again. I want to go to the kid right here on the road south of Varrock, leading into the Alkari Desert, because this guy right here, Ali the Leaflet Dropper, gives us a free flyer. Now for that, I want to use the Chronicle Teleport, because I think that's the fastest way to get there, and then I can run back to this bank and then teleport back and forth and just do that same cycle every single time. I do need to get some more Chronicle charges, so I'm able to get 1,000 in total. So we'll probably have to make a detour to Drainer real quick to get some more of those, but let's start collecting already. So we can just right-click take flyer. I'm gonna assume that that's the fastest way to do this. Can we just take multiple ones? Doesn't look like it. It has a drop option. So I guess we will swap the left click to take flyer. Swap the left click on this to drop as well. Come to the Alkari Marketplace. High quality produce at low costs. Wait, low prices. Show this flyer to a merchant for money of your next purchase, courtesy of Ellen Morrison. Wow, no way. Money of voucher is out of date. I mean, we'll try it out anyways later, but let's collect 1,000 first by doing this. Looks like it's not too bad to collect, so we know what to do. Did you know you can use the flyer on a variety of NPCs in Al Kharid to get different dialogue results? You know, I just ran all the way back here, and I think that's made me realize that it's probably a much better idea if I actually go and unlock Varrock teleports. I mean, I'm already 24 magic, so getting the level is, you know, pretty much 0 time. And all I need is to get some law runes for that, and I still have some money as well. So I feel like I may as well go and stock up on some law runes, and then I can just wear a staff, bring law runes and fire runes, and then I can just teleport to Varrock and bank much quicker, because then I can just run to the West Bank, teleport back with the Chronicle, and repeat that instead of running all the way from here, all the way up here. Well, say goodbye to Bob's Hardcore. It's time to risk it all, baby. Oh my god, we did it! We live! The Hardcore survives. Time to buy some law runes. Okay, I spent most of my money. We have 150 law runes now. Let's quickly get the level right after we buy some more chronicle charges as well, and then we can continue collecting. If I need some more money later, we'll just go back to the agility pyramid, get some more pyramid tops, and we'll rake in the cash when we need it. The money is all gone. We're down to 28 coins. Alrighty, the preparations are done for the max efficiency Al Kharid flyer collecting that is about to ensue. Let's get started now on the 1000. I like how when you actually continue in the dialogue, he says he still has hundreds of these flyers to hand out. Don't worry, man, I'll take them all. Man, you know what I just realized? Why the hell is his head so big? Why does this kid look like a middle-aged man? What is happening? I'll be seeing you, kid. Those are the last 10 flyers I'll need from my collection, but best of luck continuing your noble job here at the crossroads of all the free-to-play cities. But I'll see you later, man. I've got everything I need. I've got 1,000 flyers. Let's go to the bank. Honestly, not the worst grind, I'll be honest. Didn't really mind it. I kind of like it where the method involves like teleporting a little bit and stuff, you know? Kind of nice. 1,000 Al Kharid flyers completed next to the museum maps. Time to move on to some dangerous items to collect now. Alright, so next item we're gonna collect is tile, and for that I want to get a looting bag. We might lose the hardcore status, but if we do, so be it. I don't really care that much about it. Anyways, we're gonna look for some rats here to kill real quick to try and get the looting bag, and then we can start going for the tiles. I'm not sure what the best method is gonna be for collecting them just yet, but we'll figure that out in a second. And there's the bag already, kill number 2, let's go. I think it's time to go and explore a little bit. There's 3 main locations where we can find tiles, but I have a suspicion that the one to the east is going to be the most effective method for me to collect them. I mean, there's 4 nearby in the graveyard here, just north of the Ferox Enclave, but they are so spread out that I can't really go and collect all 4 at once. So I want to try and look at the ones over here in this little building, because there's like 3 right next to each other at this lower level Laren's chest. So let's see if I can collect those more easily while also dodging all the high level enemies along the way. So there's a tile right there, one right there, one right there. So those were the 3. Those would be the 3 that I can collect here. Now, obviously, there's also ghosts here that are probably going to be aggressive towards me, and that is not a great time either. Yep, they are definitely aggressive, which is not ideal, but maybe we can make this work. I'm not sure. I'll have to hop worlds every time because I feel like they'll probably take a while to respawn as well. Let's see if we can do this. Okay, so that was a test trip to the east side, I suppose. That took about, I don't know, 7 or 8 minutes. And looks like we got... How many tiles did we get from that? We got 45. So let's do some quick math. 45, let's say 8 minutes. That is about 337 per hour. So let's say 3 hours of tile collecting if I were to use the east side. I guess I'll do a test trip on the middle as well, just hopping 1 tile and then trying the west side where I think there might be more close to each other and also no combat interrupting me, but let's just try the other ones as well. Okay, yeah, I don't think this is ever gonna be the best method because even on these single tiles, you will always get hit by the zombies all around the place, so I don't think these are ever gonna be the meta because they're always all over this place, so we're gonna rule that one out. We're just gonna try the west side at the Crazy Archaeologist. So there's some tiles all over this ruins, just like right there was one tile as well. But I'm interested in this place right here, because you can see there's one tile here, one here, one here, and one here. And they're all pretty close to each other. There's one there as well, but that one is a little further, so I don't think it's worth it running there. But maybe if we collect these 3 and then run up to this one, and then hop worlds. There's no monster here that is aggressive towards us, so we're never gonna get interrupted by combat, and we can just collect these 4 every single time and hop worlds. I think this is definitely gonna be the best place to collect them, and I think to even more optimize this, I could use my other account to direct the obelisk, so that I can always use the obelisk from the Ferox Enclave right here, level 13, all the way up to here, level 27, and then I can run down here. And then I can follow with the other account and redirect this one back to level 13, so I can quickly go back and forth to Ferox. A little bit sweaty, I suppose, multi-login for something like this, but I think it will be worth it. Then again, I might just not bother and just running back and forth, so I don't have to spend time on the other account as well, because I only do this on the side, really. Did you know? Prior to the release of Deconstruction skill in 2006, many players speculated that tiles would be used in player-owned houses. However, they were never given a purpose when the skill was released. The tile remained a useless item until the row bottom of ruin was discovered during the Crack the Clue 3 event, as a tile is required to obtain this reward. Oh fuck, oh shit, okay, I need to watch out for the crazy archaeologist though. I can't run into that guy, that is not a good idea. Also, you might be thinking maybe I should just use the random obelisk and get there myself without the alt, but I feel like it's just too dangerous just in case I end up in this place, which is like multi-combat and a bunch of ents and stuff. Or even all the way up here, level 50, and then some guy kills me or the Chaos Elemental shows up. I'm just way too scared for that. So I think just walking and enjoying the wilderness scenery a little bit will not be too bad either. Okay, now that we know the game plan, I think I'm just gonna bring 2 cakes with me, just in case I need to eat for something. If I die, I die, you know, I'm not bringing a teleport or anything, so if a peak here, my level shows up, I'm actually gonna be instantly dead. I'm just gonna run all the way up here, over the bandit camp, so none of the bandits down here can attack me, and then I'm gonna loop around like this and collect my tiles and then make my way back. We'll see how long it takes, and then we can estimate how long this is gonna take to get 1,000. And we made it home with 55 tiles? Yeah, that's how it works. That's how math works. 28 plus 25. Oh wait, 53 tiles. And that took about 7 minutes, so that equates to about 450 tiles an hour, and I am pretty happy with that. That is a bit more than 2 hours to get 1,000. And I've also realized that I guess every 20 minutes I could probably use the home teleport, go to the bank in Lumbridge, and then use the minigame teleport back here. And I'm pretty sure that's gonna be quicker than running back and forth. So I guess I can use that off cooldown as well every 3 or so trips, and that'll speed things up even more. So let's just say that this is about a 2-hour grind, which is really not that bad. Definitely better than I expected. I think I said earlier something about teleporting home and banking in Lumbridge and then teleporting back. That's silly. We just teleport home with Lumbridge and then we minigame teleport to Last Man Standing straight away, and then we can just bank there, of course. Unfortunately, you can't just minigame teleport straight away out of the wilderness because it simply doesn't allow you to. So we have to teleport home first and then we can teleport to Last Man Standing. Man, I just logged in and I was like right next to this crazy archaeologist because some guy is killing it here. Imagine if it rains on top of me and I just get one shot as soon as I log in. This is my biggest fear now. This guy must be thinking, what the hell is he doing collecting tiles? The very last tile. Beautiful. That is the last 9 I need to round it up to 1,000. Let's home teleport. Let's go take a look at the bank. And here we are, lovely, another 1,000 stack, 1,000 tiles completed. We are now officially the #1 tile man on OSRS, as far as Iron Man go, I think. Unless there's someone with more than 1,000 tiles on an Iron Man, please do let me know, because if any Iron Man out there has a big collection of anything like this, I'd be very interested to see that. Anyways, the next item on my list is the skull, and for that, I kind of want to get the Arceus spellbook unlocked. Right, so considering we need 60% to unlock the Arceus spellbook, and getting favor is boosted once you've completed Client of Corinth, I should probably do that quest. But for that, we'll need to do X marks the spot first, so let's do that one as well. Alright, X marks the spot completed. We also get a beginner clue from that, so I guess I may as well try and do that, see if I can get a cool item from it. We also get an XP lamp, which I guess I'll use on... What am I going to use this on? I guess rune crafting, because then I get 300 rune crafting XP and I can use the books from the Arceus library on rune crafting as well for a little bit more XP, I guess. Alright, Hans, what are we gonna get from our first beginner casket? Give me a shoulder parrot. or just a black bat. I mean, black battle axe is cool. Wait, what the hell? There's boars in this game? I never knew that these existed. I have never seen these. They're just west of the Kingdom of Great Karen Castle. And they also drop raw boar meat. I had no idea this was a thing, but that's cool. Alright, there's Client of Corinth completed as well. We get 2 more antique lamps that we can use on rune crafting, I suppose. Another 1000 XP, which puts us right up to level 10 already. We'll get some more XP from the books, like I said as well. We get some broken glass, which I guess I can keep in the bank. We can definitely collect some of those later on. We also get the favor certificate. Now, I could use this on Arceus, but obviously, I think the way to go is putting it on Piscarilius, so we can skip the crane for the favor grind later on. So we'll just do that, and we'll start Arceus favor from scratch, which shouldn't take too long. We start the book collecting in the Arceus library. Don't worry, not to bank, because you can't even bank these anymore, but just for the favor. And I guess I may as well read the transportation incantations to unlock the teleport to Karen spell whenever we get that level. I think it's Soul Journey that also starts the Soul Bearer thing, so I guess I may as well read that as well. Now let's get the 60% favor real quick. I just realized something. I've been putting these books in rune crafting, right? So I'm level 12 now. But I feel like the ideal method of me collecting the skulls is probably teleporting to the Mind Altar and then maybe teleporting back to the respawn teleport on a PvP world, because that'll put me in Lumbridge right next to a bank chest. For that, I need 34 magic, so maybe I should put all the books in magic, maybe get 34 using that, and then I can use these 2 teleports, which I think will be the best method of collecting these things. Oh, looks like I just reached 100% favor. I'm only 33 magic right now, so I'm gonna continue a little bit longer to reach that 36, but then we're gonna leave. And there we go, that's the last book we need. 36 magic. We now have the teleport unlocked. Beautiful. Wait, I'm an idiot. It was 34? Man, okay, okay, well, we have 2 extra magic levels now. That is nice. I did not really mean to do that. I really thought it was 36. Look, I have bad memory. Okay, it happens. Let's just change the spellbook. Then we get some more money. We buy the runes we need for the teleports. We start collecting the skulls. Okay, this is quite painful. I can't even take the carpet ride. I only have 88 coins left. I guess we'll go for a long run through the desert. Alright, that pyramid should do for now. That gives us 90,000 coins to work with again, so that'll more than cover the runes we need to get the 1,000 skulls. So let's go buy some law runes and some soul runes, and then we are good to go. 20 agility pyramid labs completed so far. I know there were a few people commenting on the last video telling me that I should also collect agility pyramid tops in the bank. I think that's not a bad idea eventually. Maybe not just yet though. Maybe somewhere further down the line. But yeah, I might do that one day. Who knows? I gotta buy the soul runes here in the Arceus store because I don't have access to the other stores, so it is gonna be a bit more expensive, but I don't need that many anyway, so we're just gonna buy like 30, and that should cover all the teleports we have to do to get the 1,000 skulls. Oh, and I guess I kind of forgot. I still have over 100 law runes in the bank. I guess I don't even have to go buy more law runes just yet, so we'll just leave the cash in the bank. We might need this for something else later on. Alright, so I guess we're pretty much all set up to go. We have the Mind Altar teleport here, and we have the Respawn teleport here. So if we teleport to the Mind Altar, we're gonna be right next to the 2 skull spawn right here to the north. And if we do this on a PvP world, we can use the Respawn teleport to go straight to the bank at Lumbridge. Wait, skulls aren't tradable. I can't put them in the looting bag. I'm an idiot! I'm gonna need more soul runes now, because I can't put them in the bag, so I can only do 25 a trip. But anyways, just so you get the idea, I should have hopped to the PvP world there, but when we hop to the PvP world, we can then use the respawn teleport, and that'll put us straight to Lumbridge, and there's a bank chest here, so we can quickly deposit all of our skulls into the collection tab, and then, wait, let me bang the looting bag as well, because obviously we can't use it. Teleport back to the Mind Altar, and we repeat. Pretty quick way to bank all of them, so this shouldn't be too bad, even though we'll have to do double the amount of trips that I anticipated. It is what it is. Did you know? A skull can be used in construction to make a skeleton throne, skull torches, and hanging skeletons. It's also an item included in Thorgel's item list during the morning's Empire 2 quest. Now, when visiting the wise old man in Draenor, he will say to get rid of any skulls the player may have, for hygiene purposes, which we will make sure to avoid. There goes our last soul rune for now. Well, we already got a pretty decent amount of skulls from that. We are up to 749, so let's go buy a few more and let's finish this grind. We did it! There's the final skull, baby! Let's do the respawn teleport for the last time for now. Let's look at the bank, deposit everything, and there's another 1000 item collected. We've got the skull alongside the tile. It's time to move on to some unfinished business from earlier. We're gonna stock up on one of the items in the work in progress tab. We're gonna get some Khazard armor real quick, get those up to 1000, because I mean, we've completed the quest. They're pretty cool items in my opinion. We're gonna move those straight to the main tab and we're gonna bump up those numbers, baby. Let's go. I think this one is going to be pretty straightforward. We're just going to be running back and forth to the bank in Port Khazard. Honestly, I think if I would have the Arty Cloak 1, it might be a little bit faster to teleport, go get the armor, and then run to the bank. But I don't think it saves that much time. It doesn't seem like that much of a difference, and I'm not going to bother with it right now. So we're just going to search the chest, we're going to drop the armor, we're going to do this over and over again until we have 1000, baby. Let's go. To be honest, in saying that, I guess maybe it would also be faster for me to just use the respawn teleport method while also getting the Arty Cloak and using that to get here. But I mean, this is fine. This is fine. We'll just run back and forth for a bit. You know, switch things up a bit. Why not? Alright, still under an hour and a half into this little grind and we are over halfway done. Kind of feels like we completed one of them by now, of course, because we're getting both items at the same time. But yeah, 500. Let's get 500 more. Yo, a triangle sandwich? Yes, please, I'll have one of those. I do plan on collecting these later on in a future episode, but I guess we start our collection with the first one. Time for the very last search on this chest. That is the last Khazard helmet and body that we need for the 1000. Let's go to the bank. Let's look at our beautiful 2 new stacks. And here it is. What a beautiful sight to behold. Oh, we are so close to 3 lines now. Just 2 more items. And the next one will be sending Bob into some drug trafficking because he's about to collect some coke. Now for the coke, we're first gonna have to get some spades together, because we'll need 1000 of those to go and collect the coke. So for that, I'm going to Gatherby, because I think that's the best place where I'll be able to stock up on some spades real quick. So I think the best way to collect these spades, we've made it to Gatherby. We can buy them from Vanessa over here. There's 500 in stores. For some reason, someone's been buying them as well, it seems. So we can just buy a full inventory, and then we can go to the tool leprechaun here, exchange him. And I believe we can just deposit all the spades. And then once we have all the spades in here, like 100, we can then note all the spades. And that way we can quickly get 1000. So let's start getting those. Shouldn't take too long. And then we can head on over to Keldegrim. Now, I have 100 noted and then 26 more, so I can't just store all, because that just puts in the 100 noted again. So I guess what I'll have to do is drop the noted ones and then store all again, and then repeat that until we get another 100 in the tool leprechaun, take those out noted, and then repeat that the entire time, and then we'll get 1000, yeah! And that should be the final spades bought. That is 1000 spades. And for some reason, these are worth quite a bit. 168 each. I don't know if that's accurate, but it didn't take much time at all to get 1000 spades. So, I mean, if you're a new account and you need some money real quick, go ahead and collect some spades. Why is this guy typing lol? Lol. He just types lol and teleports. Okay. Also, hi, Mavin. I'm sorry. I went for a piss. I missed your message. Hello. After a bit of a trek, we made it to the entrance of Keldegrim. We're just gonna start the giant dwarf quest to get in, and then we're good to go. We've made it to the blast furnace, and we have our spades at the ready. Now there's one thing left for us to do, and that is to collect some coke. We can just click this right here, and all of our spades will fill up with some coke, turning them into spade full of coke, and making our character do this, where he just where he takes on a beautiful pose and doesn't move at all. Then we can just spam click this, 1 tick per spade. This is gonna be very quick. Time to get 1000 spadefuls of coke. Did you know? In real life, coke is an essential part of the steel making process, providing a majority of the carbon content required to smelt iron into steel. The use of coke in blast furnace may explain why it is so much more efficient than standard smelting, as coke is a highly refined version of coal. And just like that, the coke has been collected. That honestly flew by. But again, it's one of these actions where you get one every single game tick, so it's bound to be a quick collection to be completed. Less than half an hour since I logged in, and we already have the 1,000 spadefuls of coke. If anyone needs a hookup, just hit me up and Bob will secure you some coke in no time. One more item to finish off the third row, and for that, I want to do something special. We are going for the first white stack of items on the account. So obviously this isn't like the most obscure item out there, but I still think it's a pretty cool one, especially because we can get such a big amount in such a short period of time. So all we gotta do is search the drawers and then... Oh, for fuck's... I need to get favor for this. Really? I thought... No! I thought you could just go and collect them straight away. Really? Really? Where is it? Novocaine, 30%, make tier what? Oh, for fuck's sake, man. I need to start mining sulfur. Mining sulfur is 42 mining. Maybe we'll leave this until... the future episode that is going to be focused on mining. That is probably a good idea. Unfortunately, that was going to be the last item I was going to collect this episode to round out the 3 lines, so I guess I'll have to come up with something else. And I think for that we'll be going back to Varrock, because I still have 60k coins, and for the item I'm still thinking of, I need 50,000 coins to get 1,000 of, so that sounds like it's working out perfectly. I do want to get a few more law runes for that though, so I guess we'll go and buy some more. With the 11k we have extra, and then we can start collecting that final item. After that, we'll also still go for the frog burgers based on the likes on the previous episode, but that is for afterwards. So the last item that we are gonna collect, well, the last new item we're gonna collect in this episode is from Benny over here, who has newspapers for us. It does cost 50 coins, so it's a bit expensive, but this is gonna be very worth it anyway. So looks like it's just 1 space 1, and we get one every time, and then we can run to the bank, bang them, and then I'm gonna use the Varrock. Oh, for fuck's sake, I forgot to switch my spellbook to normal again. We're gonna use the Varrock teleport to come back here, talk to him, run to the bank, teleport back. Bit faster that way, you know what I mean. We still have 50,000 coins that we're gonna spend right now. I guess I'll have to go to Arceus real quick to switch my spellbook, but that won't take any time at all. But yeah, let's start collecting these newspapers. Apparently the street value for these is also like 1,000 plus GP that collectors are willing to pay for these. So if you're looking for a moneymaker, this is probably pretty decent. I'm gonna guess that this is like 500 newspapers an hour at least. Not a bad way to get some coins at the start of the account, I think. Did you know you can use the newspaper on Sriracha, which is the pet version of Sarachnis, which will give you a unique interaction where she exclaims, "Don't you dare." Also, you can read the newspaper and it just shows the same thing every single time, I believe, but it also has a link to the Gilnor Gazette, which is like an informative page on the website where you can look at a bunch of like news and stuff. I don't know, I've never really looked at it because I don't really care too much, but it's cool, I guess. It's a pretty unique interface. Can't we get a magic level? Look at that, 37. We can now also teleport to Felidor, which I'm sure will be useful at some point. Just about an hour in and we have 650 newspapers already, so definitely a really good moneymaker if you ask me. Final inventory of newspapers and the final item to complete the 3rd row on the account. This tab is starting to look like something I enjoy. I can't wait to have 6 full rows to fill this entire tab, and it'll look beautiful with 1,000 items each. Now there's one more thing left for me to do this episode, and that is to get the amount of frog burgers equivalent to the likes and subscribers I got on the first episode. We got about 2.3k likes and 170 subscribers, and let's just say we can count subs as 10 likes, I think, so rounding that up is 4,000 frog burgers for me to get. Getting this up to 5,000. I think if I do that every episode, we can slowly work our way towards a wide stack of frog burgers, which will be super nice to have. Let's get started. Let's go to Dorgesh Khan once again. Let's get some more frog burgers. But with that being said, I am out of coins from buying these newspapers, so I guess we have to do a small detour once again to the Agility Pyramid to get some more money. Let's get another 50k and then we'll be good to go. Okay, I ended up doing a bit more than 50k because we'll probably need some more coins later on, and that way we have some to spare. We also finished 30 laps now, so that's a nice round number, and we got 2 more agility levels from it, so that's a nice little bonus. Let's go get some more burgers. I've got a bread roll. I don't even know if you can get that elsewhere. I don't know how these work. Can you just make bread rolls? I don't know. High alk value 50. Let's go. And after a few hours, we are done supporting the local business of Durgok in Dorgeshkan. We have collected 4,000 new frog burgers, putting us up to a total of 5,000 big ones. Looking beautiful, looking very succulent. I would love to dive into one of those and just... Yeah, anyways, we got 5,000 frog burgers. That is looking great. And who knows how many we'll get after this episode. Once again, make sure to like and subscribe if you want to help make the Frog Burger collection grow. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll be back next time whenever Bob gets done fishing for RuneScape's strangest items. I'll see you guys then.